Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be working on installing some BBK shorty headers on this 2015 Mustang. It's a V6 and enough blabbering, let's get started. So these are the headers. They're pretty good quality stainless BBKs. Nothing extraordinary, although I do like the design. I like how some of these runners are routed. Pretty cool, should be a very good sound. This is the car. I got a fan on it, the customer just dropped it off. I got it on the ramps. Getting it cooled off. He's got a Steeda cold air intake on it, and from what I could tell it was a stock exhaust, like completely stock. So you get this side like 30 minutes, move the fan over to that side, get that cooled off a little bit. And then he's also got, this headlight looks pretty good, and then this headlight is a little bit hazy, so I think I'm gonna take care of that for him as well. I might even do a quick engine detail of just by looking at this. It's got a bunch of dust, make it look nice and clean, presentable. Yeah, I think I can clean that up, and it's got a little bit of, looks like his seal is leaking, or the timing chain cover, one or the other. But yeah, I'll be back when it's ready to work on and nice and cool. All right, so quick little update. Got the car all jacked up. This side is pretty much, the hardest part is done. So the catalytic converter pipe is off. All I got to do, all these are broke loose already. You can see that one's ready. They're all 6 of them, the ones on the bottom. I get them all from up here. I don't have to get them from up under the car. This side's pretty easy. Broke loose. On this side is a little problematic. You can see I got that socket on there. Let's see if I can zoom in. It is not letting me zoom in. There it is. Got that socket on there, but I did not have a long enough extension to get to it. I got the bottom one. That side I got that one off on the bottom. This one I needed an extension with the swivel. The swivel didn't have a long enough extension, so I had to go to good old Harbor Freight and pick up one of these 3/8 extensions. I'm gonna give it a try, see if I can take it off. Once that comes off, the rest is just easy peasy. All right, so I got it off. It took me like 2 minutes to take it off because I had it soaking in PB blaster. You can see right there. It's off now, just a matter of just taking these 6 bolts off. Hopefully they don't come out with the studs. It's always pain in the butt when it comes out with the studs. But I'm gonna start on the easy side first. Get this side taken off. Do a quick time lapse. Alright, so got this side off. Only 2 studs were left. No, actually one. All the other ones are all in here. All the studs came out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna soak them in some PB blaster. Just put them in a little container. Fill it up with some PB blaster. Soak these suckers in there while I'm working on that side. And hopefully I can break these nuts loose and take them off of here and maybe clean the threads with some wire wheel, something, so we can put these studs back in and reuse them. So here's the header. You can tell the difference, like how small the cast iron runners are, how thin they are compared to the tubular ones. So there's gonna be some horsepower increase for sure, especially after a tune. So here are the hardware. Get some PB blaster. Get a nice and on there, soak in, hopefully breaks up the rust. Get it all in there. Alright, that should be enough. Let it soak. Hoping it breaks loose and we don't have to buy new studs. Alright, moving on to the pain in the butt side. So this AC line's in the way. This what's it called? Coolant line is in the way as well. This is for the heater core, I believe it goes. Yeah. It's like a heater core line. It's kind of in a way and don't want to disconnect that. So I'm going to try to work around it with some swivels. We'll make it work. We'll take these headers off. Alright, quick little update. Got the headers off, and here they are. Compared to the new ones that are about to go on there. And what I'm going to do now is all the studs that came out, I'm going to attempt to get the nuts off from here, because you can see there it's pretty rusted on there. So I had them soaked in PB Blaster. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is on a wire wheel. I want to try this with one of these first before I do all that. I'm going to wire wheel, clean this off. I just need this. Sorry, I won't focus here. So just this part right here cleaned up so I can get a socket on there and turn the nut with a wrench. Let's see what happens. What we got. Let's see if we can take this off. Alright, so this is what we got. Gonna spray a little bit of PB Blaster on this and work its way out. Yes, nice and clean. That's exactly what I wanted. Clean this one off, and then the rest I think I'm going to do with time lapse, because I got like 8 of them to do, or 9. But anyways, that's pretty much the gist of it. All right, so I ended up extracting all the studs, all 12 of them, and cleaning them with the wire wheel right here on my bench grinder. Making sure there's no more rust on the threads. All you see brown spots are just residual. The threads are clean and the nuts go on there nice and smooth without any hesitation. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to install the studs into the headers. This kit that came with them. Put them on there, put some NTCs on it. I'm going to use the gaskets that came with it because the old gaskets, the stock gaskets are metal. Yeah, but I don't know if I want to reuse them, take that risk and have an exhaust leak. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use these brand new ones that came with the kit and go from there. So let's get this going. Alright, now what I'm going to do, since I got these studs all in here, I'm going to put the exhaust studs on the heads, screw them in, get them a little snug, and go ahead and throw these headers on. Alright, so I've done pretty much everything there is to do on the top part of the car. So like the top 3 bolts on the headers screwed on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. So the 3 that you see right there at the top, the rest I'm going to get from the bottom. That's this side. This side was a little harder. That's why I did it first. First one I did was this one. A little tough, but on the bottom it should be a little easier. So I'm going to jack the car up a little higher, get under there and get the other 6 nuts on those studs nice, tight and snug, and then finish pretty much everything up. Hook up the pipes to the headers, the down pipes, hook those up, and then maybe see about getting this engine bay a little detailed and cleaned up, getting this headlight nice and polished. Same thing with the other one. It's not as bad, but there's a little spot right here towards the top you can see. Get that all cleaned up, make it look brand new, make the customer happy. All right, let's get to it. All right, so the header install is complete. I'm gonna go ahead and take it up the ramps, give it a first start, see what it sounds like. And I'm just curious what the headers would sound like with just the stock exhaust. I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference because it's still got the cats in it and the stock X pipe and the stock mufflers. So let's see, I'm curious. Alright, so it doesn't sound too bad, especially with that intake on it. This V6 sounds very, very good. No exhaust leaks. I don't hear any exhaust leaks, which is perfect. That's what we want. So now, what I want to do is I want to detail this engine bay. Look how nasty that looks. I want to clean it up. What I'm going to do is cut the car off, put a bag over this intake so we don't get any water in there. And I'm going to use a little bit of purple power degreaser, like 1:5 ratio. 1 part degreaser because it's concentrated and 5 parts water. And I'm going to spray it, soak for like 2 minutes, rinse it off, and then blow it out with the air compressor. And that's about it. Let's see what happens. That's pretty much all this headlight needed. Was just a little polish. That's it. Now the odd one's going to take a little bit more. Clean this off. Alright, car is all done, and the customer's on his way to pick it up right now.
What else is more?
There's a little bit more done to this than what you're asking, so go ahead and pop the hood and tell me. I was just wondering if you're going to notice a difference or not. A few other things that I kind of specialize in.
Okay. Oh, you cleaned the bay, number one, which is phenomenal.
I figured I can't go with that. You can't have nice, clean, shiny headers and have a dirty old bay.
Yeah, my bay was fucking killing me. It looked good, but...
Yeah, you
appreciate you. You have no idea.
you want to check out your headlights as well. No, like look at them. Physically look at them. See if you notice.
Oh, did you do the
If you notice, see if you notice.
especially this one, yeah.
Yeah, polish them out, man. Because one was like nasty.
Yeah, one was already colored.
The other one had just a little spot on it, so I cleaned it all out.
Sweet.
Yeah, she sounds good, and it's from stock to where it runs really, really smooth. And now it's got like a little rumble to it because of the way the runners are. So like this runner here, it's like longer, it loops around.
Okay.
You know, so like it's almost like having unequal length
Right.
headers. So like it's got a little rumble to it at idle.
It's cold start this bitch. Really? Come on. Just because the thing's up?
I think it's because the hood is up. Yeah, it won't start. You got to close it all the way.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, I made a little. Now you can pop the hood.
Now we pop.
It didn't like that. So yeah, you got a full exhaust is like completely stuck except for the headers. You can't really tell. Like I would keep the mufflers stock if I were you, and just get an X pipe. Get rid of the big person in the middle, and get an X pipe. That'll make a huge difference.
Because originally I was thinking about axle backs, but then you're saying keep those mufflers.
Yeah, keep them because if you go like X pipe and axle back, it'll be like stupid loud. The V6s they scream, especially with the headers. Man, it's gonna scream. Now if you keep the cats in there, it won't be as bad, which I would highly recommend just keeping them in there.
Nice. Very, very nice.
You plan to get in tune soon?
That'll probably be... So when I finished off the exhaust, that was going to be the next day. Like, all right, I'll finally tune it.
Yeah. All right, man. All right, so customer's happy. I'm going to end it up here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.